1,000 subscribers and 20,000 views. No outside promotions, no other bigger channels for views, just a lot of time invested into one video with a huge focus on quality. But what were the stats before the video triggered the YouTube algorithm? The first 48 hours, the click-through rate for the video was 12.5% with just 88 impressions and an average view duration of 3 minutes and 56 seconds, 75% of the video length. The third day was where the impressions increased to 5,000 and a click-through rate hovering around 9.2% with the average view duration normalizing at 2 minutes or 40% of total video time. But what about the viewer satisfaction? YouTube sends out surveys to understand viewer satisfaction with the video they just watched, and while we'll hack this information from YouTube at a later date, it's safe to use these three other indicators to gauge what the survey scores will look like: the views to like ratio, views to comment ratio, and the views to subscriber ratio. The typical ratio I found online was 4% for likes to views, or 1 like for every 25 views, 0.5% for comments to views, and 0.5% for subs to view ratio, or 1 comment or subscriber for every 200 views. For our video, the first 3 days with 470 views, the likes to views ratio was 1 to 10, the comment to view ratio was 1 in 20, and we managed to add 34 subscribers, so 1 subscriber for every 13.8 views. These numbers are well beyond the typical average range mentioned, and in some instances 10x the amount. But the question is, how is this all done? In this video, I wanted to share my entire production process in the hopes of shedding some light into how you can replicate this for your channel. When we think about creating a video, we need to ensure that we are creating it from the lens of the viewer and in the same sequence that the viewer experiences watching the video. And with that, the thumbnail and title always come first. Thumbnails and titles are 2 different opportunities to hook your viewer in, and for me, I like to make sure that they don't repeat each other but complement one another. We're sharing parts of the story to leave the viewer with the highest level of intrigue. And speaking of intrigue, what is considered intriguing? How do I know if this is going to leave the viewer wanting to find out more? The answer is simple. We look at things that already work and level them up. In my video example, I noticed that there were a lot of titles labeled how to make passive income on YouTube, so I used it and leveled it up by changing it to the following: how to make passive income with 1 video on YouTube. We can use the same concept for thumbnails. Many creators reuse the same thumbnails with a small twist. One thing that a lot of successful thumbnails have in common is that they're able to always tell more with less. You want to ensure that your thumbnail is clean. The less text, the more powerful the thumbnail is. I like to stick to a 3-word max count, and if there is text, you want to ensure that the colors contrast well with the background. One website I like to use is color.audibly.com to help show complementary colors. And because we don't know the screen size of the device that the viewer is watching on, or where on YouTube our thumbnail will pop up, we need to make sure that on all levels the thumbnail is clear. The site that I use to view the thumbnail in all sizes before uploading is thumbsup.tv, where I can confirm that the thumbnail is viewable in dark mode and when my brightness is much lower. The last step of my process is asking for feedback from